Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Inside this carrying case is the worst sounding closed back headphone I've ever heard. And these are my Honest Audiophile impressions. So the closed back headphone that we're going to talk about today arrived in this carrying case. It literally arrived in a shipping box with a shipping label to me. And inside it was this carrying case with the headphones. No protection, no outer sleeves, no information regarding what headphone it was, anything of the sort. Just came like this. Inside this box, or carrying case, you get some paperwork, and you get this fabric cable, which kind of feels nice, but when it is connected to the headphone, it actually turns out that it's very noisy. You can hear every single movement of the cable against your shirts and stuff, and it just makes a ton of noise. So it's not really that good of a cable, but that's not the worst thing that you get, because the Blon B50 is the worst closed back headphone I've ever heard. 50mm dynamic driver, 32 ohms of impedance, 117 decibels of sensitivity, and it claims to have analytical audio with power and an ergonomic design for comfort. Let's start with that ergonomic design for comfort. You get this headband, which is kind of like a knockoff to Hi-Fi-Man, but yeah, they need to try again because it is not really like Hi-Fi-Man. You have these metal yokes, this slider system that's very hard and very janky feeling, a strap that is so flimsy that why even bother putting it on, cups that barely expand. I mean, you can barely move them, and there's no swivel whatsoever. Pads that are fairly thick, but they have letter on them so you know which one's right and left. And let's get these on the head here. Holy cow, they clamp extremely hard. Very tight. You can't really bend them to loosen it up. And that headband strap is going to be so annoying. So you stick it on your head, and they just clamp. It's like a vice grip on your head, and they're freaky heavy. These things are heavy. This is like having an Audeze on your head. These things are atrociously heavy, especially for a closed back. All metal, but that's not the worst problem either. When you have them on your head, guess what? It sounds like you're listening to a conch shell. It sounds like you're at the seashell, walking on the seashore, and you pick up a shell and you put it to your ears, and it's a reverby, and it sounds like you're, like in this cave tunnel type system. It's just awful. And now you have music playing. I already mentioned the cable making all kinds of noise. Terrible build, super heavy. The sound is supposed to be analytical audio with power. When I think of power, I think of, authority, body, and some density to the weight, to the notes, and just some overall just presentation that wows you. This is hollow and cave-like, and it has a reverb and ringing, and the bass is muffled and one note, and the mids are way behind everything else, and the treble doesn't really exist. It's one of the worst sounding headphones I've ever heard. And normally I can listen to something and find a song that sounds good. I have yet to hear a song that sounds good on the Blon B50. I've listened to a ton of songs. Skip, because they sound atrocious. Not anything is appealing. These things are the worst closed back headphone I've ever heard. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen, subscription links and notification bells. If you haven't already, please check those off. Don't forget to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the video, and check out the links down below. There's all kinds of information down there regarding how you can contact the channel, follow the channel, support the channel, all that kind of stuff is down below. Also, there's a tier list down there that will give you rankings of products that are better than the Blon B50. Don't forget to enjoy the music, and that honesty is the best policy.